Did you know that over 80% of New Year's resolutions actually fail by February? But what if I told you there is neuroscience backed ways to make resolutions that actually stick? Hi, my name is Precious, and one of my bachelor's in sciences is in psychology. Today, I want to guide you on how to make New Year's resolutions that you'll actually keep using principles from neuroscience, cognitive psychology, as well as practical strategies. So, why exactly do resolutions fail? So, the brain is actually wired to resist change because it favors things like habits and patterns. So, psychologists call this cognitive consistency. When you attempt to deviate from your familiar routine, your brain perceives and views this as a potential threat. This triggers the release of stress hormones like cortisol, which makes it a lot harder to stick to your new behaviors, your new habit, or your new pattern. So, for example, let's say that every day you randomly decide to start waking up at 5 a.m., but you're actually used to sleeping in until 8 a.m. Your brain views this abrupt shift as disruptive. This can actually lead to feelings of fatigue and frustration. This happens because your brain relies on well-established circadian rhythms and habits that have been reinforced over time. When you disrupt these rhythms without gradual adjustments, this creates a mismatch between your body's biological clock and your new schedule, which oftentimes can leave you groggy and feeling unmotivated. To address this, it's actually crucial to adjust your schedule gradually. So let's say that you're used to waking up at 8 a.m. and you have a goal that you want to start waking up at 5 a.m. Let's say every other day, start setting your alarm 30 minutes earlier than you're used to. So the first 2 days or the first 3 days, you're actually going to wake up at 7:30 a.m. And then after those 3 days, once you start getting used to that, you're gonna set your alarm to wake up at 7:15 or 7 a.m. You're going to keep pushing the alarm earlier and earlier, slowly and gradually at a time until you reach your destined goal or your desired wake up time. This incremental change allows your brain's internal clock, which is governed by your SCN, which is also called your suprachiasmatic nucleus, to adapt smoothly over time and minimize the disruption. This is important because maintaining a well-adjusted circadian rhythm sync improves your cognitive performance, your mood, and your alertness. This alignment enhances your ability to stick to your resolutions by fostering both mental clarity and physical energy. Another key reason is a lack of reinforcement. So, dopamine, which is referred to as the feel good neurotransmitter, plays a significant role in motivation. So when you actually don't celebrate the small wins or the small milestone, your dopaminergic system isn't really engaged, which can lead to a decrease in motivation over time. So for example, let's say you set a goal to work out 5 times a week. If you are not acknowledging your progress over time, you're most likely going to give up because you don't feel like you're progressing and you don't feel motivated to keep going. This lack of reward signals to your brain that the behavior that you're engaging in isn't really beneficial, which decreases the likelihood that you will form that into a habit. To actually counter this, so celebrating small wins, for example, let's say you successfully worked out 5 times a week, treat yourself to a nice smoothie. This makes you feel good and you are acknowledging your progress, which can lead to you maintaining consistency. Lastly, unrealistic and vague goals like I want to be healthier do not provide a sense or a clear sense of direction. This ambiguity causes your brain to struggle with decision making because your brain needs clear instructions to form actionable steps. Without a clear plan, your brain doesn't know where to focus its energy to, which can lead to a lack of progress. So, for example, instead of saying, I want to be healthier, you can say, I want to eat 3 servings of vegetables every single day or every other day. This actually gives your brain a tangible and an achievable task for you to work towards. It's easier for you to track. So let's say you ate 2 servings of vegetables. Now you know, okay, I need one more serving of vegetable today to eat today for me to accomplish said goal. So here are 3 cognitive neuroscience principles to actually keep in mind. So the first one is neuroplasticity. Your brain's ability to change and adapt is influenced by repetition and focus. When you repeatedly practice a behavior, your brain strengthens that neural pathways associated with said behavior, making it easier for you to do and engage in over time. The second one is chunking. So cognitive psychology shows that breaking tasks into smaller chunks enhances your retention and execution. So the third one is dopamine hits. So when you celebrate these small wins, it releases dopamine, which allows you or makes it easier for you to reinforce those behaviors. So when we're talking about practical tips, what I want you to do is for you to track and reflect on your efforts. When you keep a log of your progress, it provides tangible evidence of your efforts. So keep a log of your progress, regularly review what you need to work on, what you're doing good, and reflect on those. Remember, resolutions don't fail because you're lazy. They fail because they weren't well designed with your brain in mind. By incorporating these neuroscience-backed practices, you are changing your resolutions to habits that actually will stick. Remember, start small. Celebrate the small wins. Celebrate the big wins. Remember, progress, not perfection, is the goal. That is all for today. Thank you so much for watching. You can comment below one resolution that you're trying to keep this year. Let me know if there's any more topics you'd like me to further discuss on. Bye.